Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Nathan from MK Sports Talk coming at you today after an exciting day of NFL news, ready to bring you some updates. So, first off, we have the Chargers moving to Los Angeles from San Diego, and I would like to take a minute to kind of reflect on something different than sports here. Is mostly I'm disappointed in Dean Spanos and the San Diego County area for not being able to reach an agreement on a new stadium. Now, just from an economic standpoint, think of all the jobs that are lost due to the sports team. Los Angeles has way more going on than San Diego does, so the economy of San Diego is really going to be affected. All the small jobs, everywhere from parking attendants to lot attendants, vendors, that is something that's going to play a part in the San Diego community. Now, San Diego is one of the best spots in America to live in. The weather's always 60 to 90, always sunny, very little rain. But come on, like you need the Chargers more than Los Angeles does. So it's really a shame that you guys couldn't reach an agreement on that, and I'm really disappointed just from an economic standpoint. The Chargers are going to move either way, so that's really up to you guys whether you move them or not. So I really feel bad for the San Diego fans because now you're just stuck with the Padres, and let's face it, that's not going to cut it. You're better off going to San Diego State University football games. So from a Chargers standpoint, it's too bad because they lost a really good franchise. They had a lot of history there from the 60s, so I really feel bad for them. Take it to a football note, the Chargers, I'm not sure that Phillip Rivers really wants to go to L.A. He's made it clear that he doesn't want to be part of an L.A. franchise. That's not his lifestyle. He's quieter, more repressed, so him and his 9 children and wife can just kind of live in harmony and not be in the spotlight like they're going to be in Los Angeles. So I would even expect them to maybe look to trade him if he requests that as well too. Moving on, the Redskins made a pretty big hire today with Sean McVay, not Sean McDermott. So he was also hired in Buffalo. But Sean McVay is the grandson of 49ers GM from previous years. So he grew up around football. He is a wonderkin of sorts. He's only 30 years old. So he was kind of the offensive coordinator for the Redskins since 2014. So he was probably partly behind the resurgence of the Redskins down there. They did a really good job. I'm not sure if they're going to pay Kirk Cousins this year, but I would probably bet that he's probably behind Kirk Cousins and how well he's been playing. And I think Kirk Cousins is going to get paid this year, whether it's franchise tag or a big long-term contract, and he owes a lot of that probably to McVay. So he's going to take his offense over there to Los Angeles, the Rams, and they really need someone who can be a quarterback whisperer and get Goff on the right foot. They have a lot of high-end defensive picks, and if they could put it all together and get Gurley back, they could do okay this year. So they're really riding high on McVay really rejuvenating the team. So Vance Johnson, nice little pickup there for the Broncos. However, the one-time teammate of Elway is going to have his work cut out for him. He's really going to be under the hot seat. And he's going to have an open quarterback competition, whether it's going to be Lynch or anybody else that wants to step up there. We're going to kind of find out how Trevor Siemian does, and they really need a quarterback. I think if you really, as a defensive guy, Vance Johnson, I think if he really shores up that defense and gets the offense on the right page too, you can really make some noise out there. And the West is really kind of open for the taking. I mean, the Raiders are pretty competitive. Chiefs are as well too. Who knows what the Chargers are going to be like with or without Rivers if they have him this year. So I think that they could really make some noise if they get some nice pieces. As long as you get an offensive coordinator that's pretty gifted, I think you can put it all together and you'll have a very formative team. So that's it in today's news. Big day. Chargers moving. You got McVay going over there to the Rams. So it's a pretty big day. So hopefully everything works out for them. So hopefully you enjoyed this little segment of the podcast. Don't forget right there, click the subscribe button. So every time myself or Nevin uploads a video, you'll get a little notification of it. We'll give you a shout out. Subscribe to me. Thank you. Have a good night.